Hey friends, we're going to cover the Futomomo today. Futomomo is a really useful tie. It's a tie which bends the leg in a crooked shape like this. It's super useful for incapacitating the lower part of the body when you don't have things to rely on like hard points. But it's also really flexible because despite the leg being bent up like that, you can still do a lot in terms of manoeuvring the person around, rolling them onto their back, rolling them onto their front, putting them on their side. You can even sit up in it. It's a very flexible tie, it allows you to do a lot of things. This is a very basic stripped down version of the Futomomo. You'll probably see that some people do suspend off of it. It does not have enough structure to it or enough support to behave reliably under suspension conditions to the point where I would consider safe suspending off of it. It's really not that much more of a learning curve to like learn a little bit more and get a suspension worthy version of it. Just going to start off with a single column tie. If you don't know how to tie a single column tie, check out previous videos explaining in quite a lot of detail. Okay. One thing you notice here with the single column tie I've tied is that the working end of the rope, the bit I'm going to be using from here on outwards, it's going out this way, and I want to be tying this way towards the thigh. Quick fix for that is if I put another twisty knot on top of that, what it's going to do is it's going to mean that I'm going in the opposite direction towards the thigh, which is nice. So this is a crooked leg tie, so it's kind of like bent. What I want to make sure I'm doing is I want Star's heel to be as close to a butt as possible. So I'm just going to lift her foot up and bring that in. And then once that's there, the foot being on the floor provides enough resistance for it to stop it from slipping out. You don't need to like hold it still. If you want a bit of like strength on your side, you can always use the end of the rope to help you pull that in. But you don't need to crush it in there like it's a common misconception. Some people tie this super tight. You don't need to, you just need to go down to the subcutaneous layer. And what I'm doing is I'm tying on the bottom of the thigh muscle here. Go around once, twice, 3 times. And I want to keep that all straight. And here I'm going to start, and I've got my wraps on, I want to start stabilising those wraps. So I've got a decision here. I could go up on this side or this side. What happens if I go up on this side? Spoiler alert, bad things happen if I go up on that side. Look at that, it just all comes apart really easily. If I were to wrap into here, this little gap, the small triangle, if I put my finger in there and then pull the rope up, that simple change has stabilised this tie a lot. And from now on I can go down and I can choose which side I want to go on. Wrap around, use my finger to wrap around. Then I'm going to go underneath and wrap the other side. Just go past that rope underneath. And using my finger to wrap around. Finger to wrap around. Finger to wrap around. Okay, so at this point I'm pretty much done. I've got a reasonable amount of rope to use up. And an elegant way of doing that would be to follow the lines already here. So I've got these lines going across and I've got these lines going down. If I want to follow the lines going across, I could go over here and follow this line that's already there and then wrap around here to stabilise that line. And I can follow this down, so I've got a nice vertical line going down here. I could reflect that on the other side. And go on this other side. If I want to finish off, I can be really basic, just split these lines and pop the rope in between, pop the ends of the rope in between them. And that's okay, that's alright. But if I want to do it in a bit more of a, I guess, deliberate way, I can make a knot by sending an end around one way and then tying them together. That's just a basic reef knot. And I've got a nice tied up little leg. You might have noticed that Star's leg, when I tied her, it bends really nicely. It's like her heel sits really clean and flush to her, but that isn't the case for everyone you're going to tie. Myself included, my body doesn't work that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the same tie but with just some adaptations for working around someone with less flexibility like myself. So you notice that my heel isn't sitting that close to my butt. I'm still getting a decent fist-shaped gap in there. Also, because of my thigh being larger, I got a much more pronounced drop-off here. So it's going to be a lot easier for that rope to ride up. So what I'm going to do is show you how to adapt to accommodate both those issues. First thing is, I'm being sure that I'm not going past this halfway point in my thigh, because you see how sharply it falls off. It's going to be quite easy for that to all sort of slip up. When I come to my crossover here, give me a cat hand because I'm doing it backwards. I'm crossing over in the usual way, but what I'm doing here is I'm giving it a little pull down to help stabilise it. So I've established that this top line is the one that's going to be causing us problems. So when I wrap up here, I'm making a concerted effort to pull this down a little bit, like that. And I'm just going to finish off as normal. See, despite not having a textbook bendy leg, look at that gap, it's huge. Despite not having a textbook bendy leg, it still stays pretty stable even when I'm moving it around. Got two things: one, pulling this rope down, and two, not going above the midpoint of the thigh. Also, despite me not being very flexible in this department, I'm still moving my heel as close to my ass as I can before I start tying. Hey, I hope you found that video helpful. If you did like it, please press the like button and subscribe to us if you can. If you want to go an extra mile and really like these videos, please consider joining our Patreon. For a small amount a month, we offer lots of additional perks and benefits, and it helps us keep videos like this going.